Well, folks, I've had this one for a while. It's been sitting in my drawer. I've carried it a few times. Is that a flipper tab? No. It's hilarious. This knife is interesting. It comes with a set of Monroe shock absorbers. Are those struts? I wonder what those cost. Got a big old blade. It's a good size knife. It's a NOCK knife. So, yeah, it's the DG, and it'll say it right here, DG-11. I don't know how tack rate comes into this. Obviously, that's part of this NOC knife group. And I got it on, I got this on Amazon. I can't remember if I paid this for it or not. 89 bucks. I kept thinking it was more like 78, but maybe they've changed and pricing, whatever. But I think you can get them in a darker color, or you can get it with this white background and the carbon fiber in the front. It's got 40C sharp laid, and it's got an handle. It's carbon fiber, earring, KVT. Okay, so I guess everything, first letter got knocked off everything. NOC, pocket, satin, outdoor, 440, blade, what? But it's not 440. I had it tested. It's closer to 8CR14, and the reason is because it's too low in chromium to be 440. So, and then I was trying to think, that's like batch 39. You can look at those test results on batch 39 video. And I'm going, I think 8CR14 is just as preferable in my mind as 440. So, not that 440C is the answer to the knife community's dream, right? So 8CR14, okay. If that's what it is, that's what it is. Why they say 440? Did some guy get the wrong sheet off of the rack or what? Because why would you lie about 440 versus 8CR14? Who gives a rat's ass, right? Not me, so it seems a little strange. Okay, come here. Okay, well, it's sharp. Got that question. Oh, baby, that's sharp. Yeah, that's sharp. Okay, so, yeah, it's sharp. It's a big knife. It's a good-sized knife. So, there's... Holy moly. What do we got here? I guess we come up to the circle, right? That's the official bolster, because the blade comes right there. So 4¼ inches at least at about 110 millimeters overall length. Well, hell, coming up on 10 inches, but 9.8 at 25 centimeters. Like I said, it's a big knock. And if you have two of these knives, like the DG-12 and the DG-11, then you got two knocks, and I think that's officially knockers. So they're big knockers. They really are. Who was the one calling them knock knives? I always called them NOC, but I guess they're knock. So you can't knock it. Now when it's this big and sharp, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? Look at, you got carbon fiber over your white G10. I thought that was really attractive. In fact, I had thought about dyeing, the white G10, because I've dyed scales that have this carbon fiber, and I don't know that that's real carbon fiber. I think it's a carbon fiber G10 laminate, okay? Pushed on top of white G10. Okay, but I've never been able to affect this when I threw it into dye, but I could dye the underlying color. So You could do that if you wanted to. First of all, you got to take all these screws off. I don't think you have to do this. We'll disassemble this, but I don't think you got to do anything with these little suckers. Strange though, isn't it? I mean, it's insane, although it's a blade that's actually pretty functional, piercing, slicing. Okay, and, drop it like this because otherwise you'll cut your thumb off because there's no flipper tab here. It's not a flipper. And there's your little choil area, but it's not a flipper, so point it down. It's pretty quick over the detent ball. It drops good. It's centered. It's strange because I've had NOC knives that were M390 and tested them, and they were real M390. So kind of strange that this is not really 440, but it's kind of in that family with the 8CR14. So, oh well. But yes, I mean, there's guys that like these NOC knives because they like how crazy they are. Very angular, very kind of futuristic, steampunk, weird, stuff. And so you can kick it open with this blade cutout, or you can come up behind here and you can kick it open with the thumb stud or thumb disc thing, whatever it is, or you can come up behind it with your middle finger and kick that open as well. So you can do, however you want to do it. detent is not super strong. No, not very strong at all. Probably about let me see if I can do it like this. Okay. Yeah, then I'm going to call this about a 4.0. A lot of flipper knives are 4.6 to 5.2, but this one is pretty soft. Now, the thing is, it's not a flipper. I'm sorry. I'm talking about detent. It's not a flipper, but yeah, see, you can fail it even though. Okay. But that is one way to open it up. Not a great way to do it. But I guess since, and this is always my thing, is if this is my choice of kicking it open with the thumb or the middle finger flick, then no, I don't want a real strong detent. I don't. So, okay. And I really do. I want to do that. I want that to be a flipper tab real bad. Shouldn't be tough to sharpen or take care of in that respect. Strop up, this and that. Pocket clip is pretty handy, and yes, like I said, I've carried it a few times. I don't remember it being a problem going in and out of my pocket, and it looks like it's machined in here, so it's right hand. You can't go left, even though I guess if you had a machine and you could take that material out there, you probably could flip it, but it looks like it's not going to let you do it just the way it is. Crazy screws and this and that. And I can't remember, but I kept thinking I was starting to take it apart just with that pressure. It's not difficult to do. How much does it weigh? And 172 grams. Oh, well, it's almost a 10-inch knife, though. So let's go around 2 ounces. 6 ounces. It's not terribly bad. Let's see what we got for blade stock, at least down here. 0.15, 3.8, close to 4 millimeter. 14.9, 6/10 of an inch here across on the handle. And, you get up on top of this, 0.64 at 16.4, 14.9 at 0.58. So really 0.58, but then you've got, these kinds of things. So odd, huh? All the way to the end. 0.64. Yeah, it's 16.4. So got high points, low points. You know what? The ergos are fine. This is just like nothing, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, and it's easy to disengage like that. It's just, I think you need to be careful because, you know, this can swing back and hit you real easy. So, you know, point the blade down and, oh, not over the detent yet. Okay. It's pretty quick over the detent. Right there it is. It's got a nice drop to it. It's got a nice feel to it. And just an interesting design. Nothing overly fancy. And here's the box for this. That's it, folks. Anything under there? Nope. Anything under here? Nope. No, it's stuck to that. So, yeah, I didn't think there'd be a whole lot to it. The other one was really strange. If you saw me pull that DG-12 in, very strange how this flipper goes. So I'll do a separate video on this one. But then it evens out when you open it up. And this one comes in this kind of a carbon fiber look type pouch. And the tool, apparently, for this little sucker right here. Let me see what else is going on in here. Ah, so we've got Torx in here as well. So nothing like sidelining my DG-11 just to look at what's going on with the DG-12. Why this is in here and they didn't do it on the other one, I don't know. But there you go, key ring. Hey, that may be, you know, something to think about. And there's your, you know, that holds the bits. So, oh, that's a nice little extra they added. Very strange. Don't know why on this and not on the other, except, you know what? I bought this on AliExpress. And the other one I got from Amazon. So that's probably the difference. And let's not be too cavalier with this. Okay, yeah. And that baby's a big NOC too. Big knock too. So, back to this one. Let me see where my balance is on this knife. You got to sit back a ways. There it is. Easy to flick. I guess this is my favorite of the two. The DG-11 over the DG-12. DG-12, not my favorite cup of tea. It may be yours. It may be your preference of the two, but not mine. I like this one. I mean, I like the better ride you get with the built-in struts. What they do, I don't know. There is no purpose of these things other than design, from what I can tell. Let me see. Okay, I don't know that it makes any difference how I undo this. Maybe from the back here. I'm thinking, yep, that's the screw. Okay. See, right there, and there's the pivot surround type thing. So, and we got dirt. Okay. We got to go number. I guess I'm going to take all these screws off just for the hell of it. I keep looking this thing over going, what really has to come off and what doesn't? I'm going to just take it all off, I guess. So get it out of here. Those look the same. So at least I won't get confused with that. And, well, then there goes the pocket clip. And these are little number 6s. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And another number 6 in here. At least it's coming apart. Probably said that too early. Jinxed myself. Okay, so what else am I doing here? Oh, well, we got something rolling out of here. Oh, we got the lock bar piece. Oh, that's what that was holding in, was the lock bar. Okay. Okay, so what are we doing here? I don't know exactly. Okay. So now what do we got? Okay. Just machined solid piece there. And let's see if we can pull the rest of this off. Okay. Now we got little pieces falling all over the place. Oh, these are the 2 screws that go in and secure this lock bar here. It was like that. Yes, and boy. And so, oh, that's the secret to your detent and everything there being held in. And that's a solid piece of steel. That's pretty heavy duty. Okay. And so there's your G10 scale with your carbon fiber stuck on top of it. And nothing like white to make everything look dirty, huh? It's the hardest thing to keep clean. Okay, so what do we got under here? Let's pull this jazz off of here. Okay, and we've got ceramic bearings. And behind it we have a steel washer, bearings, all the stuff. I mean, you want to take this apart, this thing will go all kinds of apart on you. There's your little backspacer thing, and then these are just falling out everywhere. So, here you go. And then there you go. So you got a whole lot of stuff here. Okay, so this, yeah, there's a lot more pieces to this knife than many knives out there. Woo! We've got a blade stop here, so we can put that one in, and then comes into there. Then this piece here for fanciful reasons only, God only knows. And then, you know, it'll accept this coming through here. And, okay. Let's put these little pass-throughs in here. Both the same length, from what I can tell. And that goes there, and that goes in here at some point in time. And this is going to go through here. And my other one is going to be just like this. Fit that behind there, and this in that hole, and this is going to go in here. I reckon. Okay, so far so bad. And this one goes through here, and this one goes through here. And how are we going to hold it together? And then we got to have we got to put the pivot through. Just like that. And then we got to put some bearings here. And then we got to put some lube on, and then we got to put a blade on at some point in time. It might be kind of important. And so there's our stop, and there's our stop as we roll around. And bearings. And then we've got a washer. It's going to have to go on here. And then this needs to be held in by these two. So I'm going to lay them down, and I'm going to reinstall these screws in here to hold this lock bar back in place. Wrong screw. Got to put here these screws back in here to hold this lock bar in place. Okay. So I guess that was an unnecessary move to take these out to begin with. And you always find out. If I'd actually just looked it over, I would have known I don't need to take that. I think I can flip this just like that and lay this down like that. Now, my pocket clip has got to go into place. And yeah, these two are the same size. So 1 and 2. And grab me a wrench. And then we gotta put the shock absorber back in. Whatever. Okay. Very, very strange. Okay, let's see if we can make contact here. Okay. And let's do the same thing down here. And we got the big boy here with the pivot screw. And get a good feel for that. Okay, so let's see. We got to get all this locked down here. Okay. Now make sure we got our number 6s locked up, and that's good. And that's good. That's tight. Okay. And are we centered? And yeah. Blade to handle length. Well, I mean, you got this this backspacer here. So I guess, because that's where it comes to. Okay. Now let's see. No blade play. Nothing going on there. And a hell of a good drop. All right, so, whew. Hold on, what does that DG-12 look like? That's going to be easy. That's real easy. Oh, God. This one, not so much, actually. Interesting, though. Got a lot of pieces, parts everywhere. Hey, we didn't take these off either. Just think how many more screws and pieces we would have had. Woo. But it goes back together. Just might want to make sure you keep your how it looks, because you might get these backwards here. The whatever they're supposed to be. They're just for looks, but interesting. All right. I like it. It's cool. It'll be one I'll keep. I didn't pay that much for it, so it's and it's definitely a fascinating piece from a design standpoint, so I'm all into it. And I'm going to let you go. Hey, thanks for hanging out. We do love them knives. Subscribe to my channel. Stay sharp.